Welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into the fascinating world of numismatics, where history, rarity, and value come together in the most incredible way. In this video, we're exploring 6 of the most valuable and ultra-rare United States coins, pieces that aren't just currency, but true treasures with stories. The coin at the center of discussion is the 1979 P. Susan B. Anthony $1, the first-year Philadelphia issue of the Susan B. Anthony dollar series, and one of the most recognizable modern American dollar coins. While many people casually refer to all 1979 $1 coins as rare treasures, serious numismatists understand that only particular varieties and exceptionally preserved examples hold substantial value. Among these, the most desirable and valuable version associated with the 1979 P issue is the wide rim, or near-date variety, which stands apart from ordinary examples and has become the key circulation strike collectible of the series. The standard 1979 P coin generally carries only modest premiums over face value, but the rarest high-grade specimens and important varieties attract strong collector attention because of their historical role and scarcity in elite condition. The market for Susan B. Anthony dollars has evolved considerably over time, transforming a once underappreciated coin into a specialized collecting field with increasing demand among modern coin enthusiasts. Collectors are drawn not only by the coin's history and appearance, but also by the challenge of locating pristine examples with superior strikes and surfaces. Market interest in certified registry-quality coins has strengthened demand, especially for specimens in exceptional condition. The historical importance of the 1979 P. Susan B. Anthony dollar cannot be overstated within American numismatics. Introduced in 1979 and struck at the Philadelphia Mint, the coin represented a significant change in United States coinage because it was the first circulating U.S. coin to portray a real historical woman rather than an allegorical female figure. Susan B. Anthony herself, a leading advocate for women's voting rights and social reform, symbolized an important chapter in American history. The dollar coin emerged during a period when the government hoped to reduce dependence on paper $1 notes and encourage wider use of dollar coinage in everyday commerce. Unfortunately, despite ambitious goals, the public often confused the Susan B. Anthony dollar with the quarter because of similarities in size and color. This confusion affected circulation and public acceptance, leading to disappointing use in commerce. Nevertheless, its historical identity has become stronger with time, and collectors now appreciate it as a milestone coin representing both social progress and a major experiment in modern American currency production. The design characteristics of the 1979 P. Susan B. Anthony dollar contribute significantly to its distinctive identity. The obverse features a portrait of Susan B. Anthony designed by Frank Gasparo, showing her facing right with the inscriptions "Liberty," "In God We Trust," and the date, 1979. The reverse displays an adaptation of the Apollo 11 mission insignia, featuring an eagle descending toward the lunar surface while carrying an olive branch, with Earth visible in the background. This reverse design linked the coin to the nation's space achievements and connected it visually to the earlier Eisenhower dollar. The coin was struck in copper-nickel clad composition over a pure copper core, weighed approximately 8.1 grams, measured about 26.5 millimeters in diameter, and featured a reeded edge. One particularly recognizable design element was the 11-sided inner border surrounding the central design area, creating a visual effect that made the coin appear somewhat unusual compared with traditional round coinage. In superior mint state grades, the coin exhibits attractive mint luster and sharply defined details that become highly desirable to collectors seeking exceptional quality examples. Rarity for the 1979 P issue is determined less by total mintage and more by specific varieties and condition scarcity. Approximately 360 million Philadelphia examples were produced, meaning ordinary circulated pieces are extremely common. However, the famous wide rim or near-date variety dramatically changes the equation. On this version, the date appears significantly closer to the rim than on standard narrow rim pieces, creating an immediately identifiable difference for knowledgeable collectors. Although not exceptionally rare in absolute numbers, surviving examples in top conditions become increasingly scarce. High-grade pieces such as MS-67 and above represent a tiny fraction of surviving coins because many coins experienced handling damage during mint packaging and transportation. Small contact marks, weak strikes, and impaired luster can significantly reduce grade levels. For registry-set competitors who pursue the finest certified populations available, even slight differences in preservation become extremely important. Scarcity at elite grades creates intense competition and substantial premiums despite the large overall production figures. Current market values for the 1979 P. Susan B. Anthony dollar vary enormously according to variety and condition. Ordinary circulated examples typically remain close to face value and often trade around $1 to $2. Standard uncirculated examples in moderate mint state grades frequently sell in approximately the $5 to $35 range. However, values rise sharply as grades improve. MS-67 examples may reach several $100s, while top certified examples can command prices exceeding $1,000. The most valuable and sought-after regular variety is the 1979 P wide rim issue. Attractive certified specimens in MS-65 or MS-66 commonly trade around $45 to $100, while exceptionally scarce higher-grade examples have reached several $1,000s at major auctions. Individual auction records have approached roughly $7,000 for elite certified examples, possessing exceptional preservation and rarity within population reports. The strongest value drivers include grading certification, strike sharpness, eye appeal, rarity of variety, and competition among advanced collectors attempting to complete top-ranked registry collections. Collectors seeking to acquire a valuable 1979 P. Susan B. Anthony dollar should develop familiarity with identifying important characteristics before making purchases. Careful examination of the date position relative to the rim is essential because the wide rim variety remains the most important collectible target among circulation strikes. A magnifying loupe can assist in detecting subtle differences and potential mint errors. Professional certification by recognized grading organizations greatly reduces risk because authentication and grading establish confidence for buyers and sellers alike. Coins housed in tamper-resistant holders also provide long-term protection and stronger market acceptance. Proper storage remains important because fingerprints, moisture exposure, and abrasions can permanently damage surfaces and reduce value. Collectors often obtain quality examples through reputable coin dealers, established auction firms, coin shows, or respected numismatic communities where authenticity standards are generally stronger. Patience also benefits collectors because rushing purchases may result in paying excessive premiums for coins that fail to justify their grade or market value. The 1979 P. Susan B. Anthony dollar occupies a fascinating position in modern coin collecting because it combines historical significance, cultural symbolism, and the pursuit of condition rarity within a single issue. Initially dismissed by much of the public and viewed largely as an unsuccessful circulating coin, it has gradually developed into a respected specialty area for numismatists. The coin represents an important tribute to Susan B. Anthony and symbolizes broader themes of social progress and changing representation within American currency. Its attractive design, connection to the nation's space heritage, and the existence of notable varieties such as the wide rim issue continue to sustain collector interest. For beginning collectors, the series offers an accessible entry point, while advanced collectors find excitement in pursuing elite-grade and rare variety examples. Although most ordinary examples are not highly valuable, the finest specimens demonstrate that even modern coins can become important and rewarding long-term collectibles with meaningful potential for appreciation over time. Next up in the most valuable and expensive United States $1 coin, dated 1979, is generally considered the 1979 P. Susan B. Anthony dollar, wide rim, or near date, variety in exceptional mint state condition, particularly when professionally graded at the highest levels. This coin occupies a fascinating place in modern American numismatics because it combines historical importance, an unusual production history, and a level of rarity that only becomes apparent when examined closely. Although millions of ordinary 1979 Susan B. Anthony dollars survive and often trade for little more than face value, the finest examples of the scarce wide rim variety can command substantial premiums among collectors. Its appeal comes not from precious metal content, since it contains no silver or gold, but from the combination of rarity, grade sensitivity, and the historical significance of being America's first circulating coin to portray a real woman rather than a symbolic female figure. Modern collectors continue to seek this coin because it represents an accessible but intriguing challenge, where a seemingly ordinary dollar can occasionally reveal itself to be a highly desirable treasure. Market demand remains steady because collectors enjoy the excitement of discovering a valuable variety hiding among otherwise common issues. The historical background of the 1979 Susan B. Anthony dollar reflects a period when the United States Mint attempted to modernize coinage and improve the efficiency of commerce. The coin was introduced in 1979 and produced primarily at the Philadelphia Mint, Denver Mint, and San Francisco Mint. It commemorated Susan B. Anthony, a major figure in the women's suffrage movement who spent much of her life advocating for equal rights and voting access for women. Her inclusion marked a historic change because no previous circulating U.S. coin had featured an actual woman from American history. The introduction of the coin coincided with broader social recognition of women's contributions to American society. Despite its symbolic importance, the series faced commercial difficulties because many people confused it with the quarter due to its similar color and relatively small size. Public acceptance remained weak, and circulation never achieved the success expected by government planners. Nevertheless, the coin gradually gained respect among collectors because its historical symbolism eventually overshadowed its commercial shortcomings. Today, numismatists appreciate it as a coin that represented both social change and a turning point in modern U.S. coin design. The design features of the 1979 Susan B. Anthony dollar contribute significantly to its appeal. The obverse displays Susan B. Anthony facing right, designed by Frank Gasparo, with inscriptions including Liberty, In God We Trust, and the date, 1979. The reverse portrays an eagle landing on the moon while carrying an olive branch, adapted from the design used on the Apollo 11 moon landing insignia, symbolizing peace and technological achievement. The coin consists of a copper core clad with copper-nickel layers, giving it a silver-like appearance despite containing no precious metals. It weighs approximately 8.1 grams and measures about 26.5 millimeters in diameter. One of its most recognizable characteristics is its 11-sided inner border surrounding the rim, intended to help distinguish it from quarters. On the valuable wide rim variety, the date appears noticeably closer to the edge, creating a visual distinction that specialists immediately recognize. In top mint state conditions, the coin displays bright luster, strong strike quality, and sharply defined details that enhance its visual impact. Rarity is one of the most important factors affecting this coin, desirability, and understanding the nature of that rarity requires some nuance. The ordinary 1979 Susan B. Anthony dollar was produced in enormous numbers, with hundreds of millions entering circulation, making standard examples common. However, the 1979 P-wide rim variety was produced in much smaller quantities and emerged during an early design adjustment at the Philadelphia Mint. Unlike a minting error, the wide rim is classified as a recognized variety because it originated from different die characteristics rather than an accidental production mistake. Additionally, rarity becomes much more pronounced at high grades because many coins received contact marks during handling and storage. Superb examples graded MS-67 or MS-68 are considerably scarcer than lower-grade specimens. Collectors also pursue proof varieties such as the 1979 S-Type II Clear S proof, where the mint mark appears sharply defined instead of blurry. The difference between an ordinary example and an exceptional one can therefore be dramatic, turning a $1 coin into a highly prized collector item. Market value varies substantially depending on condition, variety, and certification. Most circulated 1979 Susan B. Anthony dollars retain only their $1 face value, and many examples encountered in everyday collections possess little premium. Uncirculated standard examples often sell for approximately $5 to $15, depending on quality. The more desirable 1979 P-wide rim examples usually trade for significantly higher amounts, often reaching around $40 to several $100s in attractive uncirculated grades. High-grade certified specimens become much more valuable, with elite examples achieving prices in the thousands of dollars. Auction records for top population examples have exceeded several $1,000s, while rare errors and extraordinary specimens can sometimes move beyond the $10,000 range under specialized market conditions. Price appreciation has generally been driven by increasing interest in modern varieties, competition among registry set collectors, and the limited availability of pristine examples. Although values can fluctuate according to market conditions, demand for premium specimens has remained relatively healthy among modern coin enthusiasts. For collectors interested in acquiring this coin, careful examination and professional authentication are extremely important. The first step involves identifying whether a coin is the ordinary narrow rim version or the more desirable wide rim variety. On genuine wide rim examples, the numerals in the date appear very close to the rim, particularly the 1 and 9. Because casual collectors often confuse the distinction, magnification and comparison images can be useful. Professional grading services such as and are highly valuable because certification verifies authenticity, establishes condition, and increases market confidence. Coins should ideally be stored in inert holders, capsules, or archival quality protective materials to avoid scratches, oxidation, or environmental damage. Collectors seeking premium examples frequently rely on established dealers, major coin auctions, and respected numismatic communities where authenticity standards are maintained. Experienced hobbyists often advise patience because the difference between an average coin and an exceptional specimen can justify waiting for a better opportunity. The 1979 P. Susan B. Anthony wide rim dollar ultimately represents an unusual combination of historical symbolism, technical interest, and collectible potential. While many modern coins struggle to achieve enduring fascination among numismatists, this issue has managed to establish a respected position within contemporary U.S. collecting. Its historical significance as the first circulating U.S. coin honoring a real American woman, combined with distinctive design characteristics and the challenge of locating premium varieties, gives it a lasting appeal that extends beyond simple monetary value. For new collectors, it offers an accessible introduction to the importance of varieties and grading, while advanced collectors appreciate the pursuit of elite certified examples. The coin also demonstrates an important lesson within numismatics. Rarity and value do not always arise from age or precious metals, but can instead emerge from subtle design differences and collector demand. Because of these factors, the finest 1979 Susan B. Anthony wide rim dollars continue to occupy an important and potentially rewarding place in modern American coin collecting.